Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Haven Today. I am Tiffany Reif, your Community Life Officer, with our very special guest host, Mr. Hugh Davis, our very own CEO. Hi.
Hey, Tiffany.
I feel like we haven't been doing this together for a while.
I know.
Wow.
I'm glad to be back.
I am glad you're back, very much so. Well, we've got a lot of things to get through today, so we want to kick this show off. Of course, I always like to start with the boutique highlight of the week. So we got some new items in at the Life Center Boutique, and very interesting are these cherry pit packs. And you can hear them, and these are cherry pits in there, which I think is pretty amazing. And they have some weight to them. They're pretty heavy. But you can put these in the microwave to do like a warm compress, or in the freezer to do a cold compress.
Oh, pretty neat.
And it's awesome. Plus, I think I would just sit here and kind of mess with the pits the whole time. But those are now for sale in the boutique, as well as we're in September. You know, all the pumpkin stuff is out. Like it is everywhere.
Yeah, I even got me some pumpkin spice butter for my toast.
What?
You can get anything now in pumpkin spice. That is like the rage.
I have not seen the pumpkin spice butter.
Pumpkin spice Pop-Tarts.
Oh, wow. I had the creamer. I did do the creamer, the pumpkin, creamer, but I have to check out the butter because that would be very good.
It's actually really good. Land O'Lakes.
Land O'Lakes.
Yeah.
I will have to try that. I actually stock Jim's Market on the weekends because the one booth has like this homemade honey butter. It's divine. It's divine. So I will check out the pumpkin spice butter because that sounds like something right up my alley. And also, fall's coming, so we're starting to have some winter items. So the shawls are always a hot item in our boutique. And so we have a little bit heavier ones to get us ready for the colder weather. So I thought that was beautiful. So I'm ready. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for it to get here. I enjoy summer, but I'm kind of on that bandwagon of bring on the pumpkin, bring on the cooler weather. We were sort of teased a little bit with it last week. Now I know it's back up in the 90s this week, but I got the fall bug. So make sure you swing by any of the auxiliary run boutiques and stores. There are plenty of fall items there as well. I was over at Meadow Haven at Home on Friday, and both desks of the schedulers had something from the boutique that they found. One was a little pumpkin that had succulents, and the other one was a little pumpkin that was done in like a little cat. It was adorable. So they got the bug over there as well. So if you don't mind, will you give us a COVID-19 update? Of course, that's what's heavy on everyone's mind right now.
Yes, it is. And, unfortunately, this is a difficult situation.
Yes.
And I know I probably say this every time, but in March of 2020, if you told me I would still be here talking about this in September of 2021, I'm not sure we could have even I guess maybe emotionally wrapped our head around how long the situation this has been. Mm-hmm. And that is certainly for me where I have to lean on my faith and know that for every season God is with us. Mm-hmm. And so whether you're a resident or a team member, I truly do believe that whatever the road is we have to walk, Christ is with us, and we have the strength for what we need. Yeah. And I'm just so thankful for our team, and I know it's been difficult of late, but I'm just so thankful for the strength that our team has continued to showing up, certainly getting the basics of what we have to get done. But with that, COVID-19, we said early, I think we said we made a forecast of if PCR rates got at 3%, we would begin to bring back some masking and social distancing. And I think we hit 16% last week.
16.2.
Yeah, 16.2%. So it certainly is prevalent. It is in the community. And again, as I've said the entire time, as we see things happening in the community, we begin to see them happen here at Meadow Haven. And we're seeing those things happen today. So currently, good news is, well, I don't want to say this is good news, but we currently have 4 residents, Meadow Haven residents with COVID-19. all 4 were vaccinated, and all 4 are actually doing okay.
Right, and I think the good news is out of that those that are becoming positive and are vaccinated, what we're seeing is their symptoms are a little more milder.
They're,
yes,
right, and most of them, they're cold-like symptoms.
Some GI stuff.
There has been definitely some GI stuff associated with this variant. I'm assuming, we don't know for sure what variant it is, whether it's the Alpha or the Delta, but we're told by the public health officials assume it's the Delta, and we're certainly seeing some more GI issues with it. We had a peak of 24 active team member cases. I think today we're down to 17 team member cases. And interestingly, we are seeing as many cases amongst the vaccinated as we are the unvaccinated. But there is still a critical distinction between the two, specifically in course of the disease. It is definitely much milder in those who are vaccinated than those who are not vaccinated. In fact, we've had some team members to go through what I would say is some fairly severe disease.
Yeah, significant.
And so again, our plea is going to be, if you're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. So COVID levels within the community are high, within the state are high, within the nation are high. Again, there's lots of people who are not vaccinated, so there's lots of room for this to continue to spread, both locally and statewide and nationally. So we are not out of the woods yet, and hence, Minnow Haven has made some decisions to pull back on dining and not some other activities. We are trying to make all activities small, masking, and you may say, well, okay, if we can maybe get on a bus and ride to Carlisle and go to a play, why can we not eat indoors? And the truth is, the data shows, there's been several studies now that show this really spreads when we're inside together eating, because when we're eating, we're taking our masks off. We lose what the public health folks call as source control.
Right.
We aerosolize the virus in those environments more, and then it's more rapidly spread. I mean, it's a simple equation. So that's why we are limiting the dining. We hope to just sort of pull our heads in for a little bit here and hopefully weather the storm and then be able to bring some things back. I don't see us necessarily going, because of what we know and how we can do things and the vaccine percentage within the resident base, us going back to the complete level of restrictions that we had before.
Right.
But there's varying levels, and I think, Tiffany, you've done a nice job trying to make sure everybody understands what level each of the healthcare environments are in when it comes to red, yellow, green.
Right.
And so I certainly appreciate that and the work you've been doing there.
Absolutely, and we're going to continue to do that. I have it right here in front of me. Each week we're going to send out in your mailboxes, because we know sometimes it's difficult to, if the robocall doesn't come through clearly, some of us just don't have time to access the portal or, to watch channel 956 and watch the scroll come through. So as this continues to change, as different areas here at Minnow Haven go throughout exposure levels, we're going to continue to update and put out this weekly kind of flyer at the end of each week. And if we know that there's something that's going to be impacted the week to come, or a pretty good major announcement, we'll definitely put that on there as well. So the one you received in your mailbox this last Friday or over the weekend talked a little bit about the CenturyLink landline issues that are continuing to occur, that are CenturyLink's issues, and the mosquito spraying that's going to be happening, but also those areas here at Minnow Haven. And really for the residents watching, the difference between red and yellow really doesn't impact us as visiting, correct? So if a place is yellow, if one of our areas is yellow, that means there has been exposure, there is potential of the positive person being there, so visitation is limited. But if a place comes red, the visitation is still limited. So really what's really important for you all watching is green and yellow. Green means go, yellow, no visitation.
That's correct.
but we'll definitely keep you up to speed on any changes that occur there. And I just really do appreciate everyone and their patience and acceptance of, when we have had to close areas down due to staffing shortages. What I'm talking about is the wait service at Chestnut Landing, as well as the About Time Bistro. But understand that when we made the decision to close the Life Center Grill and shut down indoor dining altogether, that is for the safety and to try to mitigate the spread as best as we can. So stay tuned for other activities and events that may need to be canceled based on how many people are RSVPing and showing up. We definitely want to make sure that we have events in areas that we can social distance and are not promoting that spread. And it's hard. I know it is. It's very hard. It's very hard for me to make those calls and say we got to shut things down or cancel an event. But I assure you that it's temporary, and when we can get things back up to a safer level, we'll get back to a full calendar.
Absolutely. A few other things. I do know we get questions on booster shots. I know the federal government came out and announced on September 20th that they would have a way to begin giving those booster shots. It would be 8 months after folks originally got them. And a couple of things on that. The FDA has approved the Pfizer, but has not approved a Moderna booster. So good thing for us. The first group that got the shots here were Pfizer. However, the second group was Moderna, which encompasses many of our independent living. So our pharmacy is waiting on, from what we've heard from them, guidance from both the Department of Health and how we should proceed, as well as I think the FDA and where it's at on the Moderna booster.
Right.
Now, what I have learned is that some physicians are mixing and matching locally, and I do have heard from several people whose physicians have, specifically people with some immunocompromised type issues, whether that's medication or an actual diagnosis, have gotten a different booster.
So if I received my first dose 1 and 2 of Pfizer, what we're seeing is some folks are able to get the Moderna booster. We're really not, because the Moderna booster isn't live yet, but other way around. If I received dose 1 and dose 2 of Moderna, some folks have received a Pfizer booster.
Yes, I am aware of some physicians that have given a Pfizer booster to Moderna patients. So again, that may be a situation that if you feel passionate about that or feel that's something you need to do, or you have a specific condition, you may want to talk to your physician about that, because I do know that's happening locally. In our situation, where we're going to mass order and our pharmacy gets the okay to do that, we're still not clear on how that's going to work out with Pfizer and Moderna. We're hoping to have guidance on that.
But right now, my understanding is the guidance is it is 8 months after second dose. So that takes the majority of our independent living folks to November.
Right.
So we have a little bit of a cushion.
Right, and the government says they're going to come out with more information soon. So we hope we'll have more information. The other thing is flu shots will be coming as well in October. That's our goal, to give them in October. And a question just to remind everyone, originally with the COVID vaccine, they did not want you to have other vaccines within a certain amount of time. That was not because they feared interaction within the vaccines, but they just want to make sure they understood the effect of the COVID vaccine. However, they have since changed that, and you can get the flu shot and the COVID booster within whatever time frame. There doesn't have to be a specific time frame. Cool. And then going to your point, I just want to touch a little bit on workforce. As of late, we have seen an uptick, a slight uptick in applications, specifically even within the dietary department, which I know affects everyone. We're still slow finding CNAs and nurses. That still seems to be the most difficult. We have a big virtual job fair this week, and right now I've told we're hiring about 3 people per day over the past couple of weeks. So that is really good news. Again, we still got a long way to go here, but there's still a lot of folks interested in working for Mental Haven, and we're really excited about that.
Wonderful.
And I think maybe just a few other things.
Yeah, give us some more updates about what's happening around the community.
Yes, on to some other things. Right. That would be great. I know everyone has seen the new the old nursing center come down.
The original,
Yeah, and I still get excited about it and I get sad about it.
Yeah, I know.
All
It's
at the same
bittersweet.
time. It is a bittersweet thing. But certainly, to our whole community, I forgot about what construction is like.
Yeah.
The dust, the noise,
Dirt.
the beep, the dirt. And so certainly, again, hope everyone's patient with the process, but we will be in this process for about 12 months.
Yeah.
12, 14 months. So
Don't forget to watch along. You can pop on the website, Meadow Haven website, and go through and watch the demolition cameras. There's one in the front and one in the back, which is really off to the side of the village square. So it's really enjoyable to watch those. See what's going on.
Yeah. So community chapel services will be via channel 956 on Sundays at 10:15 and 3 p.m. And then they'll be rebroadcast on Wednesdays at 6:30. Then September 24th, a craft and goodies bazaar at Elder Day.
Yes. So these flyers, you'll see these out and about. And I think, what's it say? It happens at the Breezeway outside the Elder Day doors. Items are handmade and available for donation. And I know they have some really good goodies that come out of those bazaars. I have little Christmas gnomes from last year that are so cute.
Oh yeah, that's where my Christmas
Yes.
my one ode to Penn State
Yep.
in my office.
Yep.
That's where that came from. That's right. The Meadow Haven Auxiliary Tea that was scheduled for October 23rd has been postponed. Again, that's another one of those environments. A lot of people eating, drinking. Right now, that's just is not wise. So that is going to be postponed into the spring of 22, and I cannot wait for us to get there.
Always a good time.
And then again, Alzheimer's awareness events. Typically, as everyone knows, we do the big 5K, and hopefully that 5K will be back. But in light of that, this year, we're doing a 1 mile walk for Alzheimer's on October the 8th. Registration forms are available at wellness at all of our wellness centers, and they are doing a big raffle.
Yeah, well, so first of all, the wellness form looks like this, and again, you can get that at any of the wellness areas. Please complete the form and return it to Helen Keckler in marketing, or you can give it to anybody at the front desk or the wellness folks, and they'll get it to us by September 17th is when we're looking to get those turned in. And when is that? Is that this week or next week? That's this
week.
Friday.
That's this Friday.
I gotta keep this one and
And
make sure I do
more, walking a mile, I can do that.
Right. Yeah, the 5K. I was a cheerleader. Like, but it's my understanding that we're going to have one. So really, it should be 2 miles because we're gonna have one on the Brookview community and one on the Chambers Point community. So definitely sign up for that. And you mentioned the raffle.
Yes. I was actually having some raffle envy here.
Were you?
Looking at that Yeti
Yeah.
stuff.
First of all, I handed this Yeti to Melissa Raybon today to take up. It's going to be on display at the Northgate front desk, and we're going to rotate the raffle in things around. Like every 2 or 3 days, it's going to be at a different area. But the first raffle that's going off, this is Meadow Haven Run. So, we are running this raffle. It's not anybody else, but all the money is going to go towards our big check at the end that we'll give to the Alzheimer's Association. Again, this is in lieu of us doing our 5K. And this Yeti cooler, it's humongous. It is very big and it is heavy. I handed it off to Melissa and I was like, we should have bought a wagon for this thing. So it is the big, huge cooler. If you put ice in this cooler, it will last for days. I mean, Yetis are very, very well insulated. And then you get 4 of the Yeti mug, cup, tumblers with it as well. So we're going to run this raffle for 3 weeks. Anyone is eligible. There are raffle tickets at all of the front desks. So you can fill out the raffle ticket, put your name and phone number on it, and then in 3 weeks we'll pull it, and then we're going to set another raffle out. It'll be something different. So we'll, again, just continue to raise those funds for Alzheimer's awareness, which is really exciting. So
And the Yeti stuff is good stuff.
yeah, it's quality stuff. This
It
isn't cheapy stuff. This is top-notch stuff. So $1 per ticket, or 6 for $5, and 25 tickets for $20. So see any receptionist for those. Fantastic. All right. So I do want to just give you a couple culinary updates. Again, the Life Center Grill and the Cypress Cafe at Northgate are open for takeout, delivery, and outdoor dining. And there's no indoor dining at this time. Again, so all the food coming out of the Northgate building will be coming from the Cypress Cafe. And then the Life Center Grill, we did have a change in menu. I don't know if you checked it out today.
The shaved Brussels sprout salad is back.
Oh, and the French turkey sandwich that I had today, delicious. So new menu items here at the Life Center Grill, including the French turkey melt, which I just had today. Oh, it's wonderful. The Chipotle Chicken Club, the Resident Life Center Tacos, Harvest Salad, and Harvest Mushroom Pizza, as well as the shaved Brussels sprout salad.
And my understanding
So
is
good.
they'll have a different protein each week with the tacos.
Yeah. So they move it around.
So they move it around for a little variety.
We eat well here. But I did see a couple folks eating outside today, so that was nice to see as well. But we will do our best to get back to indoor dining as soon as we possibly can. So make sure you try some of the new menu items here at the Life Center Grill, and let me know how you think of them. So again, I think that's going to wrap up our show for the day, unless you got anything else pressing.
I do not.
All right. Well, we're super happy that you watch Haven today. Make sure that you check this out. Tell all of your friends. They can see us on channel 956, 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. Tuesday through Fridays, as well as on the resident portal. You can just click on and watch as your heart desires. Have a fantastic week, everyone. Stay safe.
Thank you.